This is Oklahoma's own News 9.
Well, welcome back. U.S. officials say a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon has been shot down over the Atlantic Ocean. This morning, we're speaking with a local expert, Dr. Jamie Jacob from OSU. Sir, thanks for joining us this morning.
I'm glad to be here.
Tell me exactly, what is this balloon? What are we seeing in the sky?
Well, weather balloons such as this, high altitude helium balloons, are commonly used for, scientific observation. In this case, we're not quite sure what the payload was, but, that remains to be seen as they look at the debris.
Let's talk about the sustainability of traveling. I mean, it traveled from China to the U.S. How does this big of balloon do that?
Well, basically balloons are a little bit like a boat without a rudder or oars. They essentially carry a large payload aloft. In this case, large, scientific payload or observation platform. We don't know yet, but they literally just travel with the winds aloft, like the jet stream. So they're very difficult to control, and they just go wherever the wind takes them.
And, we're just now seeing this. I mean, most of the common public are just now hearing about these balloons. So are they common technology to see?
Oh, they are. They're used quite often. I mean, we launch, tens to hundreds of balloons a year, primarily for observation of the atmosphere to try to improve weather forecasting, but also for other scientific missions for government agencies such as NASA. And any time around the world, there are hundreds of balloons that are being flown just for this very purpose.
And 2 to 3 school buses big. I mean, do they get much bigger than that, or how is that?
They can, yeah.
Wow.
NASA launches some very, very large balloons that are, maybe the size of a football field when they get to that altitude. The balloons typically expand. They start off small ones at their ground level, and they get larger and larger as they go up in the atmosphere and the pressure drops. So when you think about the size of it, 2 to 3 school buses, that's not uncommon for, this type of balloon, but the payload was quite a bit smaller than that as well.
Well, sir, quickly, if you don't mind wrapping up, I mean, we did shoot down this balloon. Will the U.S. be able to recover any of those pieces, or how does that kind of disintegrate?
Yeah, it was intentionally shot down in a region of relatively shallow water. They didn't want the debris to fall over land, which is one of the reasons they waited until it crossed into the Atlantic Ocean, because there is a danger to people on the ground because you don't know what the debris is going to look like and what it's going to do. So they have the recovery option going on right now, and then that way intelligence agencies at the U.S. will be able to analyze that and determine the true nature of the payload.
Sir, thanks for joining us this morning and giving us insight about this balloon.
You're welcome. Thank you.